your host, Angela Kane, and welcome to the Destinations video series sponsored by the Indiana GPS Project. Join me on the journey to shape Indiana's best future as we travel to different destinations across our state to spotlight economic challenges and opportunities. At each stop, we'll gain unique insights into how together we can strengthen our economy, spur regional growth, and create better job opportunities for all. Today, we'll explore digital adoption, how it may be the key to a successful future, and where, as Hoosiers, we currently stand. It's important that we embrace faster and broader adoption of digital technologies because they drive economic growth and dynamism. Having strong programs and strategies around more digital adoption can bolster the state's advanced industries, equip workers with up-to-date skills, and provide more broadband connectivity. But what exactly does it mean for Indiana's economy and people's jobs? How can we better prepare people with the education, skills, and training necessary to succeed and thrive? Our guest today will join us in a conversation to help us better understand how digital adoption and rapidly changing technologies will impact our future. First, we have Dennis Trinkle, Director of the Center for Information and Communication Sciences, CICS, and Director of the Applied Research Institute at Ball State University. So, Dennis, why is increasing tech and digital skills important for our state and the people of Indiana?
So whether you're in college getting ready to go out into the workforce or you're a worker today, you really have to have a degree of comfort with technology to be able to manage your career and to work effectively. And there are all of these technologies that are going to be coming at us in the coming decade: data analytics, artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotics, automation, Internet of Everything, just a laundry list of technologies.
It sounds like these technologies will completely change the workplace and job opportunities. What will this mean for Indiana workers?
It is certainly true that the workforce is going to be reshaped by the technologies that are coming in the next decade. But it's also true that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce projects that there will be 16 million open tech-informed jobs over the coming decade. So there's already a workplace shortage of those who have the tech skills to go out and work in areas, lead technology transformation. The technologies that are coming are going to make that even more profound. So the workers who can develop the skills to step into those fields are going to be in high demand all across the country.
Thanks for sharing your insight, Dennis. Good information. Continuing our conversation, we now turn to Johnny Park, the CEO of Wabash Harlan Innovation Network, also known as WIN. Please tell us about WIN and why broadband and technology access is so important.
You see, the impact of electrification 100 years ago was transformational, and we believe the same, if not more, transformational impact will occur with data enabled by billions and trillions of IoT devices. That's why WIN is working really hard to provide farmers and manufacturers with cutting-edge IoT technology and the know-how to use it. But you can't have IoT without the I. So having a robust connectivity infrastructure, not only for residential broadband, but also for connecting IoT devices in our region, is absolutely critical. It's especially important that American agriculture and manufacturing benefit from IoT, that they digitize, automate, and become more data-driven as they compete in the global market. IoT can increase productivity, help manage inputs and operations, reduce downtime, increase agility in response to changing markets. So for our region to become a global epicenter of IoT, it has to be connected.
It sounds like your efforts are exactly what Indiana advanced manufacturing needs to compete globally. Thanks for joining us, Johnny. Tom Kinghorn, the president and CEO for the George and Frances Ball Foundation, now joins us. He has some ideas on how to improve connectivity around the state as well. Tell us about that, Tom.
We don't have the time to wait to get early adoption of technology and internet connectivity. We've seen that through the pandemic. Lots of examples of how technology and connection to the internet is a critical piece. So it's not only in business, but in education. Certainly the education that is being delivered virtually has called that to our attention. And so we need to have complete statewide connectivity. And I think the pathway to getting that done is through a combination, a collaboration between governmental systems and the businesses, the utilities. But we don't have time to wait. And the secret to success, I believe, is getting public policymakers, business leaders, and on the same page to get the adoption that we need.
Great point, Tom. Thank you. Let's hear from Denise Lynn Riedel. She's the Chief Innovation Officer from the City of South Bend. Denise, tell us about programs in your region that help elevate technology.
One of our programs that we host at the Technology Resource Center is called Ceiling Zero. And what we do is we partner with local employers here in South Bend, and we take workers that have basics in Excel, data, and we level them up. So they learn about R, they learn about Python, they learn about automating processes in the office. They tackle challenges. They identify things in their workplace that they can streamline, and we essentially train them and we push them back into their roles, and they have more skills to apply to their jobs and to their institutions. We've had several cohorts that have been very successful through that program.
That's a great way to improve technology skills for those already in the game. What about the folks who lack access?
Another thing the Technology Resource Center does, which we're very proud of, is the Technology Resource Center also hosts programming around the digital divide. So at the end of 2019, we partnered with an organization called PCs for People to do a PC and hotspot giveaway to households in South Bend that needed basic internet access and PCs ahead of the holiday season. And we feel that in addition to training technology skills for the future, we want to make sure people have the resources they need to thrive today. And a lot of that includes addressing the digital divide.
That's great, Denise. There are so many schools and programs across Indiana that are helping people gain or upgrade technology skills and obtain the hardware to get connected. But we still have a long way to get everyone access. Johnny Park with WIN has a novel approach to expand coverage.
As a first step, WIN is going to launch an aerostat in the next few months. Aerostat is a large, tethered, fiber-connected balloon that operates at 2,000 feet in the air, and with about 300 pounds of payload, which allows it to carry multiple wireless communication devices. And because of its height, it provides line of sight that is far better than typical wireless towers. Aerostats have been used to maintain communications after natural disasters and by the military, but this will be the first commercial broadband service provided by an aerostat in the country, right here in the WIN region. With our aerostat, we plan to first deploy what's known as LoRaWAN, which is a communication protocol suitable for IoT sensors. We expect to have a coverage of 50-mile radius area, which essentially covers the entire 10-county region. WIN will continue to develop use cases and other research from its network to validate both the technical and commercial viability of these innovative wireless solutions.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Thank you, Johnny. I'm now joined by Chad Nord with Indiana Furniture. His company received a manufacturing readiness grant from the state as part of the Economic Activity Stabilization and Enhancement Program designed to stimulate manufacturing investments that will position Hoosier operations and the sector overall for future growth and prosperity. Why did you apply for the grant?
Well, really, we're in a point where in our seating operations, we got a major contract within the last year. And it's really pushing our capabilities and our capacities. So we need to grow. So we applied for the grant for a major piece of equipment that would help us automate and modernize our cutting process, where we actually cut the fabric that goes on all of our chairs, because that's a key bottleneck. We knew we needed to do it, but again, with the uncertainty, we weren't sure that we could handle the investment. So we applied for the grant, and that helped make the investment small enough where we were comfortable moving forward and really increasing that capacity.
Tell us what the grant has enabled you to do at your company.
Well, it started as just a cutting capacity increase, but as soon as we got the grant, we started planning and preparing for how we put this one new process, this one new piece of equipment in. But it's really snowballed. We've really gone after the whole back half of our seating operation, and we're changing everything. We're changing layouts, we're changing processes, we're putting in some more smaller equipment so that we can add more people and really increase capacity through cutting, upholstery, sewing everywhere. So what started as one little thing has really expanded, kind of lit a fire, and we're gonna have a lot more capacity just because of this one project.
I'd like to thank Dennis Trinkle, Tom Kinghorn, Johnny Park, Denise Lynn Riedel, and Chad Nord for their perspectives on why digital adoption is so important for the future of the state's economy and workforce. It's great to hear about the programs already working to help Hoosiers elevate their technology skills and expand the access to the internet and technology throughout the state. We hope you enjoyed this stop on the Indiana GPS Project Destinations. Thank you for coming along.